Hello to you again. I'm Jessie R. Johnson, and I'll be speaking to you about and reading from the Sacred Scriptures of the Holy Atheist Sutras. Part 1 was verses 1 through 12. We will be starting here in Part 2 at verses 13. Now, to begin, verses 13. Contradictory, you say? Only in the first logic, not in the fourth level logic. The first level logic, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Second level logic, 1 plus 1 equals 2 plus or minus s. Third level logic, 1 plus 1 equals 1. Fourth level logic, 1 plus 1 equals 0. These four logics are the possible, and the fifth level logic, 0 plus 0 equals 1, the impossible. For the possible and the impossible are one. Verse 14. There was neither eternity nor non-eternity. For all there is made of 90 or so different dimensions, which are of three areas: transcendental, physical, and qualitative. There is no past, present, future, except in reference. There is no knowing of the mind except in reference. Verse 15. For it is impossible to reference one thing by itself, for 2 points or 2 things are needed to reference anything. This universe or cosmos is one unit. If it is said that there are a billion universes, it still stands as one unit made of a billion things. For it is impossible to reference this universe in time, space, or in any other way. Verse 16. For the universe is the totality of all outsides. It has no outside. The universe is the totality of all insides. It has no inside. It has no outside nor inside. It is the totality of all, every, whole, part, complete, absolute, and there is no so-called beyond it. For it is the totality of all beyonds. It includes you in totality and your imagination. It is all inclusions and exclusions. Verse 17. To worship anything, no matter what it is or may be, whether imaginary such as God, or real such as a tree or a rock or a human or a lake, etc., is the ultimate form of internal self-degradation, self-disrespect, self-insult. It is to have something, real or imaginary, to be more valuable than oneself. It is inner self-hate and self-depreciation, and matters not what the thing is. Verse 18. Either there is a God or gods, or there isn't. There is not. There is no God in the human religious sense, only reality. You survive or you don't. Actuality have not even 0% indifference, nor even 0% difference towards any and utterly every single thing there is and has ever been. There is only you and whether you make it or not, and the qualitative state of yourself. Verse 19. Not even nothing, not even something is going to take care of humanity. A people must take care of itself as a whole. The race isn't given to anything, living or non-living. Everything is equal It begins, stays a while, and passes away. You appear, stay a while, and then vanish. There is no superiority of humans above flies, flowers, and maggots. A thing may stay a minute or on the earth, or take and stay a millionth of a second, or it may stay and take 100 million years, depending on what it is. But any and all things will only stay a while. What is not a thing? The pages of Sutras 2. Verse 20. Without memory, no information can be stored. Without memory, there can be no mind. For the basis of mind is memory, and the basis of mechanical knowing, and the basis of an experience is memory. Verse 21. Remove memory, and there is no I, self, such as me, myself, oneself, mine, you, other, us, etc. Remove memory, and there is no person or character. And the basis of all knowledge, all knowing, all experience, all comprehension is reverence. Without reverence, there is no language, no communications, no thinking, no mind. Verse 22. There is no beyond reverence, and it is an impossibility to assume, presume, conjecture, opinion, believe, for there are two types of beliefs, false and empty belief and substantiated belief. Hypothesize, theorize. There are two types of theories, false theory and substantiated theory, or to ever know what anything is. In other words, believe, hypothesize, theorize, or to ever know what anything is. Verse 23. It is an impossibility to know what anything is. The base of all knowing is reference. There is no beyond reference. Verse 24. All knowing and knowledge is based on reference. At that limit, it becomes ineffable and indeterminable. All finite systems has limits, including living systems. There is no such thing as an infinite number of finite things, even though the number may be extreme large. The infinite includes the finite, otherwise it would be limited and not infinite. Verse 25. There is absolutely nothing to die for, only everything to live for. You either get busy living or you get busy dying and wasting away. This has been part 2 of several parts, and I want to thank everyone for listening and watching, and part 3 will be coming soon of the Sacred Scriptures of the Holy Atheist Sutras.